Conference Finals against the Warriors, a game in which they were destroying the Warriors. So everyone saw Kawhi as a rival to LeBron James. Kawhi-mania was in full effect. And because of that, Kawhi had all the leverage and was holding all the cards. He could ask for damn near anything he wanted. But in the offseason of 2019, Kawhi stayed true to his word that he was going to sign with a Los Angeles team. And so he chose the Los Angeles Clippers, even though he was courted by LeBron and the Los Angeles Lakers. He chose the Clippers, but it came at an expense to the Clippers. And it came at an expense to Steve Ballmer, the owner. Because Kawhi Leonard made the demands that in order for him to sign with the Clippers would need to offload their young talent and draft capital to the Oklahoma City Thunder in exchange for Paul George because he wanted to play with another star. He also demanded the max amount of money that the Clippers could give him. In addition to all those demands, there were reports that Kawhi's team, and by his team I mean his uncle, because Kawhi's uncle is his agent. Kawhi's very linked with his family, and he values family a lot. There were reports that his uncle demanded that the Clippers give him a private jet and part ownership of the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, that is absurd. Those are crazy demands. Never in the history of the NBA had a player that was playing had ownership of a team, especially a team that he was playing for, or had a private jet of his own that he didn't travel with the team. But you have to remember, Kawhi-mania was in full effect. The minute Kawhi got to Los Angeles, he ran a New Balance ad that Los Angeles was his city, effectively just sneak dissing LeBron James. And he was right to do so. I mean, everybody and their grandmother thought that with the roster that the Clippers had, because you have to remember, that roster prior to Kawhi and Paul George joining had beaten the Kevin Durant-led Warriors 2 times in the playoffs. They lost in 6 games without a star. So everyone thought if you added 2 stars like Paul George and Kawhi Leonard to that roster, nobody could compete. They thought that that team would rival the Lakers and rival the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference. That's what led Patrick Beverley to basically say this quote. And this quote is very infamous and very ironic because of how everything has panned out. Patrick Beverley thought that because he was on a team with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, his time was now. Stephen Curry was done. And it's ironic because of a number of things. Number one, Stephen Curry is just coming off of another championship, right? So that's wrong. It's not, your time hasn't come. Secondly, ever since that quote was said, Patrick Beverley has been traded 2 times to the Timberwolves and to the Lakers. He's now playing with his nemesis, Russell Westbrook, on the Lakers. Number 3, the roster that inherited Kawhi Leonard is no longer there. The guys that made the Clippers an enticing place to go, Montrezl Harrell, Lou Williams, Patrick Beverley, that batch of players are no longer there. And the reason they're no longer there is because they felt that Kawhi Leonard and Paul George were getting too much of a special treatment for not doing anything. They were getting treated like royalty, but they hadn't accomplished anything. And so there was animosity and there was controversy between the players in the locker room, and it ended up basically fracturing the team. In the time since Kawhi Leonard has been with the Clippers, he has nothing to show for. Not a championship, not an MVP, nothing. The only thing he has to show for is the firing of his coach. Remember, he also blew a 3-1 lead in the playoffs in 2021. I think it was in the 2nd round. Like Anthony Davis, he's now more known for being street clothes than being an NBA player. In a time since he's been in Los Angeles, has played 116 of the 253 eligible games that he could have played. This season alone, Kawhi Leonard has only played 7 games, but does not have a major injury. The last time Kawhi got injured was in June of 2021. That's a year and a half removed from it. And that injury was torn ACL. That injury takes 8 to 12 months to recover. So he is about 6 months removed from where he should be fully healthy. Yet he's still not playing. He's resting, but resting for what? We don't know, because he doesn't play. Resting from what? We don't know, because he should be healed. So effectively, he is sitting on a bench and he is eating up all of the Clippers' money with nothing in return. And to me, that is just highway robbery. That is how Kawhi Leonard finessed the Los Angeles Clippers